What's up, everybody? Bandit here. So I've got another product for the Street Glide. So this is the Big Ass Drink Holder by Ciro. So as you can see, I got the black finish, match the bike. Here are the different mounts you can get. So that's the actual drink holder. This here is a drink holder with the Perch mount. You have a handlebar mount here for the motorcycles of 1.25 inches. And then you have a passenger mount. So if you have a tour pack. Yep, so here it is. It says perfect way to bring that 30-ounce tumbler on the road with you. So they make two different sizes. They have their big ass one, and then they have their standard drink holder, which is gonna be smaller. So I went ahead and got the big one because I want to be able to take like my coffee thermos and everything with me on the bike. But we'll go ahead and open this guy up and see what it looks like. So initially in the box, so there are your different screws and spacers. So I'm assuming you'll use whichever ones fit your motorcycle. Desiccant beads to keep everything dry inside. Instructions. There's the actual drink holder itself, and yeah, that thing is massive. I mean, you can see it next to my hand. And then there's a little mount for it. All right, so instructions. So nice pictures. So this one is specific to the drink holder itself. So this part here, and then you have your other set of instructions here that are gonna be for installing the actual ball mount on the Perch. All right, that's what's in the box, and we will go ahead outside to the bike and install it. Back with you in the garage with the Street Glide. So the Perch mount is gonna go right here on your handlebars. You'll remove these two screws, put in the new ball mount with the spacers, and then screw all that back on. So these two screws are gonna be your T27 Torx. To remove those, the actual screws for the Ciro mount itself, these guys are gonna be your hex style, and they are going to be a 3/16 to screw them in. You do have a second set of screws. These other ones are gonna be metric. So you just wanna make sure that you grab the right ones for your bike. Since I had already removed the Perch on the other side to replace it with this Rockform cell phone mount and use their screws, I just grabbed the old screws compared to thread pitches to make sure I had the right screw or set of screws for the ball mount. So we'll go ahead and remove this guy. So when you're doing this, as you see, this whole part can move now. So you want to kind of keep pressure here, keep everything aligned like it's supposed to be. Unscrew these, keeping some pressure on the brake reservoir. Be careful not to drop your tools so you don't damage your bike. Just a little bit of blue Loctite to help this so they don't vibrate loose on you over time. Take this guy, put it back in place, try and line these up as best that we can, and then get these screws started. Get them both hand tight to start. All right, now check the gaps. And we're just trying to keep these gaps on the top and bottom about even. Grab the tool and finish tightening this down the rest of the way. And just keep working your way back and forth between the two. Try and keep it as even as possible. And now for the cup holder itself. So you're just gonna unscrew that guy off the back, put it over top of the ball. This is just going to clip on like that. And you're just gonna roll that guy back up, get it positioned how you want. You can position that down, position it over a little bit, and tighten that in. And so it still does move as you need it to. You can use a 5/32 hex. Loosen this top screw right there, and that'll allow you to pivot this around. And so now you can kind of pivot it however you want, get it out of the way of your controls. So I think about right there. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that back down. And we'll see how that goes. So now we're just going to sit on the bike and see how we like it. So yep, stand the bike up, position this a little more like that, down. I think it's pretty good. Not blocking my controls in any way. I can still see everything screen-wise. Throw the cell phone on the other side. That's locked in. And there we go. So we'll get a couple different cups and we'll see what all this guy can hold. All right, so first up, we just have a general, your 16.9 ounce bottle of water. So we're gonna stick that in there. As you can tell, that's pretty loose inside. Doesn't really grab on it on the bottom. However, it is deep enough that I don't think you're gonna have an issue with it coming out unless you hit like a massive pothole. That's enough to really bounce this sucker. But I think it should work for most general purposes if you're just throwing a bottle of water in there. Up next is going to be my go-to coffee thermos. I believe this is a 20 ounce by Arctic. So again, that is not quite as bad. They're still a little loose, and it doesn't really grip it. But again, how deep it is, how much of the bottle is actually in the cup holder, I don't think you're gonna have an issue with it unless you're, again, hitting a major pothole that's really gonna bounce the bike. So next up is going to be another Arctic. This one I believe is their 30 ounce. So this one is actually very snug. You have to press it to get it to go all the way down. This rubber grips it very well. It doesn't bounce around at all. And then you actually have to put some effort into it to get the mug to come out of it. So you're not going to have any issues with that bouncing around and coming out while riding. And then last up is a Yeti water bottle. I believe this is their 46 ounce or 48 ounce. But this one, as you can see, I mean, it's snug in there. It sticks up really high, but there at the bottom, there's still quite a bit of gap that you can't actually get it to go all the way down in. So it was optimistic to think that this would fit. I wasn't expecting it to, but it gives you an idea of what you can and can't fit with this cup holder. So let me know what you guys think about this Ciro cup holder, their big ass drink holder. To me, I like it. I think it goes well with the motorcycle being the black. I was concerned with how big it was, that it might look a little funny on the actual bike itself, but I don't think it looks too bad. I may end up in the future getting the smaller drink holder because I do want to get one for the passenger that I'll end up mounting to the saddlebag guards once I get them installed on the bike whenever they actually come into Harley. And so I may transfer this big one to that for the passenger, use the smaller one up front if it can still fit my go-to coffee mug, and it might fit a water bottle a little bit better. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. That's going to be about it for this video. Stay safe out there, keep the rubber side down, and I'll see you on the road. Bandit out.